G'day guys and welcome to this video. Today's video is going to be on a bit of a serious topic, this one being how YouTube helped gain my confidence. So sit back and enjoy. If this is not your sort of video, then please stay tuned. There'll be more gaming related and Gundam related videos coming real soon. Let's get into it. Okay guys, I'm going to be talking to you today about how YouTube gave me confidence. So this is a video that I've been wanting to do for the last couple of years, and I always promised myself when I got to around about 1,000 subs that I would talk about this, and we've been past 1,000 subs for quite some time now, and I was like, you know what, I think it's time I talked seriously to you guys about, a topic that I think more people need to open up about. So as a kid, I was a very, very shy boy. I would always be, hiding behind mum, or I would take a long time to, warm up to people. And, even today, I still take a while to warm up to people that are new. And that's just sort of like a trust thing with me. Once I get to know you, then you can't shut me up. I'm just talk and talk and talk. Well, once I went into high school, I don't know something happened to me. I woke up one day and it was like all of the confidence that I had, been gaining over a period of time had been sucked out of me. And over a course of a week, I went from being, a fairly confident yet shy guy to being someone that was just depressed and crippled by anxiety. And my anxiety was social anxiety, and that was a hard thing. I had to, catch a bus and a train and then another bus to get to school, and there was all these strangers on there. And then at school, I found it very hard as well because, I don't know, I felt like everyone was looking at me and commenting at me and paying me out, and it got to a point, in my life where I was just like, I just can't take it anymore. And I'm not talking about being suicidal or anything like that, but I just got to a point where I was just like, I want to shut myself away from the world. And I kind of did for a long time. During my older teenage years, I used to shut myself away from everyone and would shut the door, and I'd find a good escape through my video games. And that's something I do want to touch on later on, is how video games helped my life, but I will say that for another video. But yeah, I would shut myself away, and if I caught public transport or anything like that, I would go to one end of the carriage, or would go in a certain part of the bus where I feel like I was the furthest away from people, and would have my music going because I think that would just shut everything off. And then I guess when I finished high school, I started to dabble in YouTube. And it was a very hard thing for me to do, to get in front of the camera. And if you ever had the chance to watch some of my, oldest videos on my channel, you would see that I was not confident at all. I used to have, and this is no word of a lie, I would have this little Gundam figure that would come down and would basically be talking to the camera. And that was just there were hard videos to do, and it was everyone's got to start somewhere. And that's when I see kids jumping on the YouTube platform, and I see them producing videos, and they're not the best of quality, but then I reflect back and I think I remember when I started, and it's great to see these kids having a crack at it. But yeah, I guess over time, over the years that I've been on YouTube, it's I got to the point of putting myself in front of the camera, and though that moment was truly scary. And I remember, I go back and watch some of those videos, and I can just tell that I'm just all jittery. There's after after and I still today use the odd here or there in my videos, but it was just uncontrollably all these within my video. I just said it again there, but you can just see that I was just a absolute nervous wreck at the time. And I guess as time went on, I continued to put myself in front of the camera, and even though I felt uncomfortable, over time it got easier and easier. And this is one thing I always tell people that are suffering from things like anxieties, and especially social anxiety. If you're suffering from social anxiety, I cannot stress enough the importance of putting yourself out there, putting yourself in front of a camera. Now, one thing that helped me in regards to my social anxiety was going out to the mall. And I would start off with, getting down there at first thing in the morning when there was not many people around, and I would make it my sort of like mission, if you will, to visit all the stores in the centre, all the major stores, that is, and I would go in there and just have a browse and walk around, and if I could, I would say hello to people working in the store, just to try and engage with someone. And although I found this out very hard at first, over time I continued to do this, and I found it got easier and easier. I would be walking through the mall, and instead of kind of caring what other people were doing or might have been saying about me, I was more focused on what I'd like to see in the stores and that sort of thing. So yeah, it definitely helped. I'll be real with you guys, everyone that you see out in the mall generally are thinking about what they need to do in life, or they're thinking about what are people thinking of me at the time. No one's really looking at you and judging you. If you think back to when you go on the mall, you don't really judge many people. I know there's some horrible people out there that do judge people, but I know when I go in the mall, I'm more or less interested in, maybe I can find this game, or maybe I can find this, Gundam kit or something that I want to purchase. And sometimes I'm just looking for some food, or just hanging out with Jess and we're just talking about random things, or some of my friends are going to the mall with and we just hang out and talk about random things. And yeah, I've definitely found, guys, that this really helps. And then we go back to, I guess, talking about YouTube. So leading up to, I guess, today, especially over the last couple of months, when I've been really pushing myself to pump out these videos, and when I was doing the streaming, oh my god, that was a huge confidence booster, doing streams. It was to sit in front of a camera and know that there's all these people watching you and they're sending you comments and stuff is just it's something truly interesting. But over the time, that really did help me with my confidence in front of the camera and confidence in life. So it's very rare nowadays that I feel any sort of social anxiety. Any times I have, from time to time I do get it here or there, but then I remind myself, it's just something that I don't need to worry about, and I try my best to change my thoughts, because when you're getting those sort of negative thoughts in your head, you've got to try your best just to try and think about something else. And I know you're probably saying, Russell, that's probably easier said than done, but trust me, the more you do it, the more you can overcome it. Social anxiety isn't something that you have to let win. It's all just in your head. It's purely that. It's just your negative thoughts, getting in here, just telling you, that there's all these bad things happening and you're not going to get through it, all that sort of self-doubt. But trust me, guys, if you believe in yourself and you keep on pushing yourself in front of, the camera, or going to the mall, or, just talking to people more, you'll find that you'll overcome what is social anxiety. So yeah, guys, I just thought I would, talk about this video. I do want to go into some more in-depth things of this. I know this isn't something that, is probably what you guys want to watch. I don't know. I just thought it would be something interesting. It's something that I've been wanting to talk about, and I think a lot of people out there, like myself in the past, had suffered from some really cruel and social anxiety, and it definitely hurts. So just know, guys, that you're not alone. If you're suffering from social anxiety, you're not the only person. There are thousands upon thousands of people that are suffering as well, and you're not the only person. I'm always happy for you guys to, reach out to my email or contact me, via social media, send me a message, leave a comment below, and I'm more than happy to do my best to help you, get over it yourself. So guys, I guess this was a bit more of a serious video. I do want to go into some more in-depth discussion about this, but this was just something that I have had locked up, I guess, for so long, and I've always wanted to get this out. And I always said to myself, once I hit that 1,000 subs, I would do a video on this. And you know what, I feel great now for doing this video, and I hope you enjoyed a bit of an insight to, I guess, my personal self. Although I seem very confident in front of the camera, and I am now, trust me, as I said, I'm very confident with life and getting in front of the camera for you guys. But back in the day, I wasn't so confident, and I invite you to go check out some of my older videos, and you'll see how far this channel has actually come. It's just, from where it was in the past to where it is now, it's completely different. So guys, stay awesome. You're not alone. Much love. Cut on Russ.